Hello there, people of the internet. My name is Owen and welcome to another car, which, as I explained in my last video, isn't 100% mine. This is actually my partner's car, which I've pinched off her for a little bit because he needs a bit of work doing to it. As you guys have probably just heard, the chain is rattling like a bitch. This is a 55 plate Mark V Astra, which is one of my favourite shape Astras, not unlike my own Astra, which is sat over there. I actually prefer the shape to these ones, which I'd say is more stylish, but the reason why I didn't go for one of these myself and I decided to go for a Vectra was because these are too common. They're everywhere, and I think they're slowly now declining because the people who had them continuously have decided to either crash them or set them on fire. Either that or they set themselves on fire, although I think that is more down to the Safira that I had. Anyways guys, this is a 55 plate Mark V Astra. No, it is not the 1.6 like what I've got, and obviously now you've heard the chain, it is obviously not a diesel. It is the notorious 1.4 engine. It isn't the quickest thing in the world, I will admit, but we paid, and I say we, my partner paid £1,000 for this car, for reasons I will also make clear in this video. The reason why we paid £1,000 for the car is because, one, it's on 73,000 miles, which is not a lot for this engine, although it is the time of year where it does need a chain. It's had brand new brakes on it. The interior is all gloss black, which means it's been changed over from the hideous gold that they put in them at this type of year. The gearbox is nice and smooth. It's probably even smoother than my Astras. But I tell you what, it does bring back memories to my Vectra. Not by the colour or the shape, but the interior is very similar. And I'll be honest, it's kind of nostalgic. Now, with this car, obviously, like I say, we paid, or should I say, my partner paid £1,000 for this car, and the reasoning was because it did have service history. Obviously, it was quite cheap on insurance. The body looked pretty decent, apart from this door, which has got a few dings and dents on it. It's got the 18-inch Pentra alloy wheels on them, which I've had to replace a tyre already on them. It ended up having a nail in the tyre, but that was not down to the seller's fault. The interior for a Mark V Astra is pretty clean. There is no rips. The door cards aren't, well, apart from this thing, it looks like it has come off before, maybe for a window regulator, which are common on these. But normally, and most of the Astra H's I have sat in, especially newer ones than these, the driver's seat always feels very firm and very stiff. In this, it's actually pretty darn comfortable. There's only a few things that this car needs, which again, they're not terrible apart from one thing, and that's obviously the chain. But everything in this car is in good condition. The headliner is in great condition. Everything works. There is nothing that's, well, I say everything works. There's no electrical faults with this car. The heaters work, the fans work, the clocks work. My Vectra's clock started dying after, well, 90,000 miles. But no, everything works. There's nothing automatic in this car. Obviously, it's got electric mirrors, electric windows, and you name it. It's an SXI, this as well. It's got an Android system in here as well, which is nice because you'll be able to watch videos and connect your phone up to it, no problem. And you can actually, which I'm surprised with because you can't do it on my Astra, you can actually change your music via the steering wheel controls, whereas you can't in that because it's bloody aux. But this is actually Bluetooth, so I actually like the way this is. There is a knock on the passenger side of the car, which I thought it was a drop link, because the drop links on these Astras are made out of plastic, which I still can't get my head around, because My Astra also adopts the same drop links as this does, but it's not the drop link that's broken. It's actually the drive shaft. The drive shaft CV joint is actually, well, it's got a lot of play in there. It knocks like I know it's going to be an MOT fail, and that's another reason why I've swapped fuming for this at the moment, is obviously it's MOT, speaking of which, is in February. So it is going to need that doing soon. There are a few bits and bobs in here that have worn down over time, like the gear stick as well. It never used to be this kind of texture, I can tell you that. But also the gear gaiters and the handbrake gaiter as well. It's all worn away. Typical Vauxhall crap, to be honest with you. But otherwise, I've got to say, it's not a bad car for £1,000. All it needs is a drive shaft changing, or should I say a CV joint, the chain doing, and that's it. It needs an MOT. Yeah, we've changed the tyre already. Yeah, I've had to change the controls for the heaters because for whatever reason they developed a fault, but you go to your local scrapyard and get one for £5, you know. So it's, you know, that's not terrible. Everything works as it should in this car. So I'm actually pretty chuffed for Sarah for this car, to be honest with you, because it's a nice car. It's a decent first car for her, and it's cheap on insurance. Because of where she lives, her first, once she passes, her first full insurance for the year is going to cost her £1,300 with no black box. And I paid probably double that for my first car. And I know my first car was the Zafira, but my Vectra cost me £1,800 on insurance and more when I wanted to take it off black box, which is why I went for the Astra over there, because that was pretty good on insurance when I first got it. It still is now. It's just I now drive 3 cars, but you know. But no, I mean, and this is going to be the first car as well where I've actually got a sunglasses holder on the side of the car here instead of an oh shit handle, which, by the way, we're going to need to hold on to that for next year, for 2021 with this coronavirus. See, I preferred to have the sunglasses holder up here because this just seems like an empty waste of space to me, and it's the same on my car. But, I mean, oh. It appears my partner has left the glasses in the car. These suit me. So I've already priced up a couple of things for this car already. For the chain, as an example, that's going to cost me roughly about £300–350 with a service, perhaps. That's neither here or there, you know, we can get that done. That's quite important for this car, really. The brakes have already been changed by the previous owner. They work very, very well. The drive shaft's going to cost me nothing more than I anticipate about £50. The tyre was £55 for this side, and they're low, well, I say they're low profiles. They are a lower profile, being an 18-inch Pentra wheel. It's pretty cheap for a tyre, to be fair, £55. Although my Astras, I think, are just a tad bit cheap. I know the Corsas is very, very cheap, and that needs 3 tyres. But I know the Corsa has its separate issues, which we're going to sort at a later date anyway. Anyways, guys, this is a short video showing you the new car, the new Astra. Like I say, it's not 100% mine. We call it our car because I helped Sarah get this car, as well as I'm helping fixing it as well, and she's just bought the thing. Yeah, there's not much it needs doing. It needs a drive shaft and the chain doing, and that is it. You know, for a 15-year-old car, it's to be expected, to be honest with you. But otherwise, it drives fine. It handles brilliantly. And I really do think that this is going to be an awesome first car for her when she eventually does pass a test. She has been learning to drive in it. She's been driving it with a mum a couple of times. And I really do think she's getting there. So, fingers crossed, once this car's all sorted and has a fresh 12 months MOT, 1, we'd be able to get fuming back, and 2, she'll have a very safe car to drive. And a very cool car at that, because I still like the look of these cars in comparison to my own, because that's the only thing that's making me think, meh, with my car is the style of it. It looks alright, but at some angles it looks pretty shit, but hopefully in the near future, guys, when all this COVID goes, we will be doing some more car meets. Who knows, we might take this, we might take my Astra, we might take Fuming. I know Fuming needs a lot of work doing first before we can take her to another meet. And actually properly record it as well, because that's the one thing I didn't do on the last meet. I didn't record anything. I recorded little snippets of it, but nothing of substantial views, you know, nothing to look at and think, wow, that was a great meet, do another another one, you know. And I think I need to do better on my meets anyways, in regards to making videos and seeing what people like. But again, like I say, I know I have problems myself with either if it's self-confidence with making videos, you know. And yeah, it's okay, I take most of my things with criticism, like positive criticism and everything else, you know. And I try new things every other day with my videos, so stay with me on this, you know. I'm learning myself on how to do videos and to make things better for you guys to watch. Anyways, guys, I'm going to stop rambling now. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. If you like the channel and the things that I do, then why not subscribe? You know, I see every subscriber that subscribes on a daily basis, and you know what, like I say, it's an accomplishment for me to see it grow very, you know, even if it's slow. Every single one of you makes a difference, and I thank you all for that. So anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care and have a lovely Christmas and a happy New Year. We may need some fuel.